Welcome back to Broken Teeth Radio. It has been a while, really fucking long, because, if you've seen my GM work, if you've seen me do anything in this godforsaken hellscape that we call Restaurant Unstoppable, you know I'm not consistent, but that doesn't fucking matter. What we have is a very special event coming up. Bound for Glory, hosted by Impact Legacy Wrestling, featuring a shit ton of companies. So many companies, in fact, I'm going to read them all off to you in a really quick fucking burst of energy here. Listen to these fucking names that we got coming to this event. 5 Star Pro Wrestling, AAA Campgrounds, Avengers Assemble, British Brawlers Association, Calm the Fuck Down Wrestling, Church of Kong, Clash Zone Wrestling, Commonwealth Wrestling, Crushing Pain, Deep South Championship Wrestling, Determination Alliance, Fate Wrestling Federation, Galaxy Wrestling Federation, Global Wrestling Federation, Hardcore Heaven, Haunted House, Hellscape, House of Esoterica, Johnny's Roadhouse, KISS Wrestling, No Mercy Wrestling, NWA, Platinum Championship Wrestling, Power Impact Wrestling Alliance, Radical American Wrestling Federation, Revolt, Championship Wrestling, Sassy's Beach House, Strikeforce Wrestling Federation, Submission Squad, Top Notch Alternative Wrestling, Unparalleled Championship Wrestling, and World's Greatest Wrestling. Jesus Christ. That is the event happening this Sunday. It's Bound for Glory, but you're probably wondering, who the fuck is this guy who didn't even give himself an intro to his own radio show? I am the Extreme Enigma. Freak of nature, GM pretty much anywhere you can throw a stick, and overall annoyance, and also Buckshot's favorite wrestler. And today I'm going to be sitting down with a friend. We're going to be looking over some Bound for Glory matches. We're going to get both of our opinions on the matches ahead, and we're just going to hang out and vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Good King, Jobu. Say hello to the people.
That is brand new House of Esoterica Tag Team Champion, Good King Jobu. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure, that is correct. You and the Sheikster, the Iron Sheik, or whatever form of Sheik he has attached to his name now. What was that tag team called again?
For the Good Man.
For the Good Man, indeed. Wish I could get a fucking vacation stay like he's got going on right now. But yeah, Jobu, welcome to the show.
Well, you know how.
I
It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. You just gotta say the magic words.
had to resist the urge to say the words just as a part of a joke. Putting aside whatever opinions, however valid or invalid they might be, depending on who you are, Jobu, I can't think of you having any radio history to my knowledge. When was the last time you were on a radio show, live or pre-recorded?
Uh, with you at some point, I would imagine.
I don't think we've ever done anything here on Broken Teeth. I've done stuff with Maeve, and actually just Maeve, yeah, here on Broken Teeth. Like when did you do any after hours shit back in the day?
I did a lot of after-hour shit back in the day.
I guess the real question was,
Mostly as the Bun Bun, though.
yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. I was like pre-Rabbit, post-Rabbit. No, post-Rabbit, you were
Dur-
fucking gone.
During Rabbit.
Still waiting on that goddamn Rabbit on a pole match.
Yeah, wouldn't you like that?
I could book that at Bound for Glory. I could, but no.
First,
But yeah, I've got Jobo here to talk about some Bound for Glory shit. I got an entire match card. I've added more matches to it as since I counted this, but as of 5 days ago, 189 matches.
so you're just not touching grass this weekend? That's what's going on?
Fucking basically, the manager's working like 5 hours before that I'm coming home. I'm half tempted to do the show a day early because Saturday I got the whole day off, but I've been advertising the 27th, so I feel like a jackass if I
Yeah.
did that.
How did you score a Saturday off?
Manager's roommate's gotta go do something, so I'm playing the Watcher.
Bet.
Let's do some pre-talk about Brown for Glory before we get into the card, because I gotta drag this shit out to at least half an hour to an hour. Gotta get those
Hmm.
nice YouTube clicks. Um, I know you took a little of a staycation of your own away from the world. What is your like memory or knowledge when it comes to collaboration events? Like, was this a thing like way back in the day, or was everybody kind of sitting on their own islands?
It was mostly sit on their own islands because the companies back then were far more competitive. Like you would never see NLW and Saints and Sinners do something together. Once in a while you'd see WFW and someone do something just because Relic Reed's a whore for attention. But
Yo,
no, companies were far more competitive back then and didn't want to promote each other.
fuck, I remember briefly during my first run, I'd say 2011 I started out, and then up until 2015, there was legitimate bidding wars at time on the feed. People would start scenes like, "Hey, I got a slot. What do you got for me?" And you'd see it go from 1 million to even 10 million coins back in the day for someone.
Now, for that kind of attention, you got to sell bucks.
Fucking right. But like recent years, I'm not even the first person to do collab events. I gotta give that to IOBag and Tiger Red Hood. They, to my knowledge, were the first people to sort of do a regular collab with Glory Kingdom between Fate Wrestling Federation and 5 Star Pro Wrestling. And then I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. What if I did that, but
No,
after a line of cocaine?
the first big, big collab event was Johnny Mania, which was Johnny Canuck saying, "I'm gonna book 84,000 matches," made you look like a bitch, from all sorts of companies, and there was tournaments and tag teams. It was a whole friggin' deal. And one of these days, I'll go dig up one of the 1.0 links from Johnny Mania, or was it might have been Facebook Mania? Yeah, Facebook Mania, that's what it was.
God, if any
Johnny,
1.0 links work.
it, oh, they do.
They do? 'Cause
They just got
I have not been able to get like match links or anything outside of a profile to work.
matches weren't saved, just
Okay.
scenes and profiles.
Oh wait, yeah, I do remember seeing like a very forum-esque because this was the prehistoric days post.
Right.
Damn. Well, I mean, I'm happy to see more collabs go on. I hate taking credit for things, but after doing the initial Bound for Glory, I did see more pop up. I forget who was the host, but this past summer there was like a summer solstice event with was it TKO, Commonwealth, Johnny's Roadhouse, and some others.
Yeah, there was a few things. I I don't usually pay attention to stuff that I'm not in, but I notice things.
Yeah, and hopefully, I hope we see more. I overdid it with like 50 collabs the past year, but hopefully we'll see more. I will say, I do truly believe that nobody can get on the pure level of Bound for Glory in the current state of the game. Not even as a like pumping my own wiener here, just purely. I don't think anybody has the pure, straight up autism it takes to put this shit together.
The Greek Warrior.
Okay, well, yeah, Tag Mania is a whole different beast. I can never match a Tag Mania or any other events.
Correct.
Fuck, I ran a bastardized World Wrestling Council, essentially all my own. No hate to Billy, but I basically did that whole thing my own, Chief.
True.
But yeah, Bound for Glory is the subject at hand, and really the big thing I want to sit and talk with you about today is the main events. There is one huge main event, of course, that being the Impact Legacy Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, but I also do classify every company's big title as the co-main events, essentially. Realistically, you could make a show just out of these. I have, looking at my list here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 main events, including the ILW World Title. That alone is a pay-per-view card. And we're gonna take a look at all these, get some opinions on what you think of the wrestlers, the matchup there, if there's maybe perhaps stakes at hand there that I'm aware of. But some of these, from what I know, are just like fuck it championship situations. First one, we have everybody's favorite hardcore wrestler and forcer of hardcore upon people, Logger, defending the Triple H Campgrounds Head Counselor Championship against Mariana Wilson. Yeah, what are your opinions on this one?
If it's a hardcore match and Logger has his crutch of no bag, he should dominate. It's the only time he's good, and he has a very particular set of skills, and it's just luck boxing, and he should have no problems there.
Looking at this, it is just a 150% health match when it comes to these stakes. So I think that may just give Mariana the advantage here.
Oh yeah, if there's tricks, that's a much closer match.
Yeah, especially with her, because she is a very interesting wrestler. She kind of falls under the banner of, and this is not in a negative way, but horny wrestling, not so much as a Harlem Heat wrestling alum, but kind of in that vein.
Hmm.
So if she can get in the mind game situation, that could distract Logger. Is he a horny little bastard? We'll have to sit there and find out.
He's
Next,
horny for people that don't want to do hardcore matches, because that's all he talks about.
true, yeah, I've had him even in a match with me one time. He's like, I'm not setting a defense. It's like, cool. Eat this double roundhouse.
Madness.
Next up, we have the Haunted House Almond Joy Championship. Haunted House is a super interesting company. Over 300 members, only four of which are active. This is not a negative or slight or anything. It's just like I looked at the roster and I was like, holy fuck, 300 people. Is this like an IWA situation? Very much was. We're having Suki, Succubus, Sucks Your Wiener 2014 era, defending the title against Slashy. What do you got for that?
I'm going to go buy some stocks in the company that cleans the ring after every match. Ugh.
Not a fan of Sucky?
Ugh.
Yeah, you and every other member of Woo, it seems. I love like we've talked at length about it. I know like you have the more specific head-on reason for it. I love that it's so cool to hate Sucky. Like if you look up her name, like if you're making a match or something, you get her, somebody called Sucky's Eradicator, and Die Sucky Die. It's fun. It's not good. Don't do that. But it's just the idea of that is hilarious.
Tell me that account was made after Rocket Ninja had abandoned us without telling me that account was made after Rocket Ninja had abandoned us.
God, I'm actually gonna look that up now. Oh, what was that? 2014?
I would say close to 2015 to 2017 before Frickin' Frack bought it.
Oh damn, this is actually June 20th, 2011.
Oh,
And seven fans: the Bongwater Bully, King of the Mountain, Cowboy Ryan Swartz, Raiders, Ganja Goddess, Pit Viper, and quite possibly the only noteworthy name on here, Mitafe.
no, Raiders was there too.
Is Raiders a person?
Yeah,
Neat. Oh, shout out to their stables. Sucky is a coochie.
of course Minifee's involved with this.
Fucking madness. Next up, you actually probably have some thick words about this. We have World's Greatest Wrestling with their Supreme
Yeah.
Strong Style Championship. Yeah. Teflon Sheik versus Papa Shaker.
Ooh, that's gonna be a banger.
Like,
It that match has a very good chance of someone timing out, though, I will say.
oh, is that so? Like, either
Those
man
are
or.
two those are two lazy bastards.
That's fair. That's fair. I actually got a match going on against Shaker right now. This is one of the few times I've seen him. Fuck's sake, it's my move even. One of the few
You
times I've
fool.
seen I've seen him actually like lock in for that.
Well, you know what to do.
I have to respond to somebody in my inbox right now. That's a funny thing. Side note, everybody, proofread scenes. That's all I ask. Proofread scenes.
Nah. Autocorrect off, don't be a bitch.
Fucking. Oh, no, not me. Like somebody who. I shouldn't say proofread. Read the scenes thoroughly. Um, moving on from that horse shit. Well, I should say, who are you predicting out of that one? Teflon or Papa?
Um I want to say Sheik, of course, because he is the other half of the brand new House of Esoterica Tag Team Champions for the
Yeah,
good man. Yeah. But like I said, they're lazy bastards, and Papa Shaker has the ability to pull one out of his ass. So if Teflon Sheik's not good on his defenses and gets smacked by the Fell Fairy right in the urethra, Papa has a definite chance to steal that match.
solid, solid. We got one of these names. I'm sure you could have some hilarious opinions about. The other, not so much. The Avengers Assemble Warrior of the Galaxy title. It's Natalia Nitro defending against Zombie Rocks in a 150% health, no bots match.
Yay, bathroom break match.
What? Come on. Even for Natalia.
Natty, Natalia, if you do not curb stomp that little midget, you're just cease.
I love the hate for Zombie Rocks. I've heard so many opinions changing for them, like here and there. Like, are you of like the same opinion that I hear like most people have? Just like
They're
annoying little
just
bastard.
yes.
Fun fact, I tried to get Imaginarium involved. No dice.
Womp.
Hold on, I gotta type because I'm booking shit on the fly during this video. Aren't I professional? I'm the fucking best. Okay, there we go. Okay, next up, we have a title match that I think this is the only match that the challenger has on the entire card. I could be wrong. It is the Crushing Pain Wrestling World Championship. Conk defending against Knox Boogie.
Um, is Graveyard this weekend or next or last?
It is currently happening.
Okay, so that means Nox might actually not be tied up with Graveyard Smash. So that's
I'll actually double check that, see what he has going on there too.
yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, he might actually have the night off outside of like a typical rankings match. Let's see here. God, that's a card you could fucking dissect here. This fucking thing. Obligatory shout out to REWF, by the way. Regardless of opinions on either the management or the state of the company itself, hell of a roster.
Hmm.
It looks like Knox is not doing it. Yeah, he is not on the main card.
Oh, well then. Nox actually might take that real seriously.
Oh yeah, especially because it's rankings match. No hate against her. It's against Nimue of Leonese.
Who?
Ken Costa's wife.
Oh, okay. That tells me everything I need to know. Actually, the better answer to that would have been which one?
I love that. Next week on Broken Teeth Radio, dissecting Ken Costa's harem. Harem. Fuck you. Next, next up, we have the
Editor's note: insert Muhammad Hassan's theme song here.
Jesus H Christ. Next up, we have the Power Impact Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship. A lot of words in that salad. It's 150% health. Mick Delson defending against somebody who I thought was inactive, but is apparently active. Black Widow Ecstasy.
That should be a jobber stomp for me.
I was gonna say there are very few times where I will be impartial or just straight up call it. Mick's winning that hands down.
True.
Fuck, that's really all I gotta say on that one. Black Widow, you can have the capacity to be good. I've managed a show over in Vixen Wrestling Revolution for Alley Knight for a little while. Horrible mistake on my part. I've seen you
Th-
win. If you could pull this win, you'll have one of the biggest upsets of the pay-per-view, truly. Next up, we have the Fate Wrestling Federation Grand Avenger Championship. Little Guy is defending against Marvin Hinson and Nimue.
Let's go. I want all three of them to get COVID and lose the match.
Holy, holy shit. Well, hold on. What about Marvin? Marvin has haters?
Yes.
He's just a silly little guy. What did he do?
Eh.
I love that. Just, eh. I mean, Nimue, I feel like Nimue could really pull something off here. She is doing phenomenal in FWF. She is currently, what place is she in the rankings right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's tied for 8th, which sounds like nothing, but 8th place in FWF is only one off of actually earning a title match at the end of the season. So put in my notes here, get COVID and die. For legal reasons, that's a
I didn't say
joke.
die. I didn't say die. No, no, that's rude. That's a felony,
Just COVID.
right? Just a minor case. Just be inconvenienced.
Lord have mercy.
Maybe lose a little bit of lung function. Nothing serious.
Just a little bit, a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
We have the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. It is someone who I rarely see with a world title around their waist. Lussy Picker defending against Conk.
That might actually be a underrated banger.
Yeah, Lucy's weird. He's held a couple titles in Impact Legacy Wrestling, like the US belt specifically. But outside of that, I remember him being known more as a GM. Was it EWE that he GM'd in? I know Nate owned it.
So I don't pay attention to GMs much.
You pay attention to me, because I'm everywhere. Personally, I think Konk's got this. Konk has a higher chance of winning a belt than defending it successfully, and that's talking on pure stats. I would love to be proven wrong, but I do see Konk having a better chance at winning a belt than keeping a belt. This is one that I feel I'm going to get a really interesting response out of you. The DNA Universal Championship.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
You're defending that belt
Yeah, I know.
against two people in a triple threat match.
I'm going to prolapse Billy's spleen.
One of these people is picked by me, one of them is picked by Billy. One of them is the person with the best record in the company history. It is Red Bombshell.
Okay.
And the second, a proven threat when it comes to title matches, took my Fate Wrestling Federation World title off of me recently. It is Mick Devilson.
Okay. Yeah, he just beat me in something else too in Fate.
Oh damn.
It's the one that Mr. Mac runs.
He doesn't run anything in Fate.
Maybe it's Kong. I don't know. Mick just beat me for a title in something Mr. Mac runs.
I would say Mac runs Arena Under the Influence or something.
That's it. Yeah. It was under the influence.
Okay. Do you see coming away from this with a win? You seemed like pretty dismissive of Red Bombshell.
A little bit. I know that I've beaten her for titles before, so I mean,
I
it's
think you
Mick I'm
actually
worried
won a
about.
DNA title from her before. I think it was a Global Storm belt.
It was something.
Some fucking title. Next up, we have the Johnny's Roadhouse, a company I actually semi took over for a little bit there. Johnny Mayhem, you the homie. Little guy, somehow in another world title match here, defending against Des Bryan.
Let's go, Des. Clap, 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 clap.
That this I will always cheer for Des Bryan unless it's Go Big Bro.
You're gonna see some Pound Town fan supports in that match, I would imagine.
Oh, I hope so. I hope to see some of these main event battles get downright fucking dirty and disgusting, truthfully.
Love it.
Speaking of downright dirty and disgusting, Hellscape, Lucifer's Underworld Championship, Honey Thunder Apples, is defending against a currently unnamed opponent.
Well, how am I supposed to comment on that match?
Well, Hellscape is a very interesting situation. It is still a very new company. I do believe that it had people in it beforehand. Here is the entire active Hellscape roster. I'm actually the one who is tasked with finding a challenger for this. Here's everybody that could face Honey Thunder Apples. I want you to give me a quick 1 to 5 ranking on how likely they are to beat them for the belts.
Okay.
Vandessa.
One being will beat, one being no chance in hell.
1 means they get hit with one move and die instantly.
Vandessa is gonna be a 2.
Okay. Zombie Rocks.
Zombie's gonna be a 2.
Strangleheart.
Ooh, that's a 4 at worst.
Oh, damn. Uh,
Strangle's gonna see a Pound Town member and click a switch.
true. P-Rage.
3.
I doubt I'll book him considering he runs the company, but just for the sake of it, NC.
Same 3 as Peerage.
Stormtrooper of Death.
3.
AF James.
Ooh, 4 on a good day.
Okay. Sassy NMOD.
High 2.
Cougar.
Cougs? 3.
Arachnia.
Ooh, cat fight. We'll say 4 there.
I was expecting a 5. That for me, that's a 5. Arachnia is insane. Des Bryant.
Same 3 as the rest of Pound Town.
Wildfire.
High 3.
Davia Blackheart.
Who?
DVT.
Uh,
That is almost it's so
don't
tempting to book
don't
that.
do that. Do not poke the bear with that. I'm not even ranking that matchup because no.
For the viewers at home, there's meat to that, but don't worry about it. Conk.
Oh, that might be a very high 4. That's
Very high
strangle
4.
territory. Yeah.
Strangle territory. Cool. You just influenced how I book this match. Honey Thunder Apples will be defending against Conk, Arachnia, and Strangleheart.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Can't
Next.
blame me for that. You know, you could have just as well put it in a Pound Town Battle Royale. Are you kidding me?
I could have. I could have. I was considering that. But DVT.
What's your point?
You
If
tell me
it's a
not to
Pound
poke the
if it's a
bear.
if it's a one-on-one between him and his wife, it's going to be a problem. If it's a Pound Town Battle Royale, that's viewers.
I'll one-on-one your wife.
Oh.
The 5-star Pro Wrestling Universal Championship. It's Griffith. Surprisingly, in only one of, I think, 3 matches he has in this entire card. I expected him to be a lot more. Griffith defending against Miss Beautifatal. Fun fact, it could have been Beautifatal or Maeve. They were both in the finals of that Rumble.
Mave through. I can't prove it, but no shot. That's like Griff and Myth. And Griff is gonna just absolutely turn her into country gravy.
Country Gravy.
Ugh. That's a
That,
Jim Cornette line.
holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Mithras. Oh,
Yes,
I,
I don't care who. I don't care who he's facing next.
I,
It's a title match on a pay-per-view. Let's move on.
Revolt Championship Wrestling World Title against Marvin.
Oh, speaking of country gravy,
Christ.
let's see who wins in less moves: Mithras against Hinton or Griff against Beautifatal.
View Fatal can put some spin on it when she tries. That is not an innuendo.
Hey yo,
Christ.
pause.
No, she is with like big effing wank, man. I'm not gonna poke that bear.
Next.
Uh, here's one I really want to hear some thoughts on. House of Esoterica World Championship. Sassy Applebee's defending against Mrs. Brew Menzino, the former brunette strangler. Brew, if you hear me, change your fucking name back. That name is so much better.
Anyway, um, out of respect to my position in the company, I'm going to abstain from commenting on this match because I don't want to show favoritism one way or the other.
That's valid. That's very smart. I applaud that.
I just find it hilarious that the first 2 world title defenses of the Esoterica 2.0 have been
Fucking
the owner
management.
and the GM. Yeah,
Where's my title shot? Like I'm never gonna fucking get there in Esoterica.
I mean it's not like everyone can say we haven't earned our shots.
Oh yeah, you two definitely earned it. You won a tournament. Back when Esoterica came back, you won a loyalty tournament. Everybody who stayed in the company thrown in that tournament. You persevered. If I remember, you had some tough matches.
I did.
And then Mrs. Brew here, she conquered Boris, including a heated final set of matches with Conk, no less.
I mean, she did have a 3-1 lead. She had to lose like 4 matches in a row to lose.
True that. And finally, not finally for the radio here. We'll talk about other shit, but finally for the matches, the World Heavyweight Championship, Impact Legacy Wrestling.
Aren't you missing another World Heavyweight Championship match, Koff?
Am I?
Did Krabby Nelson not get to you?
No, Krabby is booking his own stuff. There are certain companies.
Uh,
There are companies booking their own matches, including Commonwealth, British Brawlers are wrestling as British Brawlers Association, excuse me, Church of Conk, and some others. They are booking their own matches. Clash Zone Wrestling
Okay.
as well.
Okay, I apologize for my outburst.
No, you're good. Thanks for catching me because I can pull up uh, the scenes for that because I did have a couple scenes that I shared with myself
I
earlier.
just I just require my ego to be stroked and give me attention.
No, yeah. Krabby's somewhere in here.
I can tell you what the match is. I've known it for 2 months.
Do tell us.
For the BBA World Heavyweight Undisputed Championship, yours truly, the Good King of BBA, versus Johnny Roadhouse.
Now, how do you think you're gonna do there?
At this point, I have talked infinite amount of shit in that company. I would not be surprised if half of the company fan supports and love boosts against me. But at the end of the day, all kneel before the crown.
All Neil indeed.
I
Yep.
have to I have to make it to February. I have to.
Is February a certain milestone?
February is the 15th anniversary of BBA. I think it's 14 or 15.
I
It,
think
it, it would have
14.
to be 14 because well, no.
Was it around in 1.0?
No, but I don't remember when. Either way, it's either 14 or 15. I don't remember which. But it's their anniversary show. It's the BBA WrestleMania every year, and it will be 1 calendar year since I won the title.
Ooh. And this is also the belt that you fused two belts into one for, correct?
I unified the titles at the last anniversary show. The I was the world champion going into the last anniversary show, or I was one of the champions going in, and then I beat Strangleheart for the other one and unified them. And I've held both titles since last February. So properly unified them August, I think.
I could
Something
probably
like
tell
that.
you by looking at my YouTube channel. By the way, I
I'm
do
comfortably
entrance videos.
cheap plug.
Actually, we do entrance videos.
This is
Enigmatic Art
Johnny Napalm.
Studios. Ignore the soundbite you just heard blast into the fucking feed here. We both make the entrance videos and models.
And I feel like Vex is going to prolapse both of our spleens if we don't get hers done.
And Haruki's. So I
You
actually
know.
do have the double championship entrance here for you. That was July.
Oh bless.
But yeah, you're feeling confident on that one. That is good to hear. There is
At the end
also
of the day, if I can retain a title against Griffith, I can beat anyone. Except maybe Roy Rogers, but you know.
speaking of Royd Rogers, we do also have the No Mercy Wrestling Championship. It's Roydy Boy defending against Uber Vegan.
I want Uber to win, I really do. But Mithras is on a crusade to avenge Griffith's loss to Uber Vegan. So it
It
is what it is. I shall remain your No Mercy People's Champion regardless.
it is pretty poetic at the same time to see that like go through. Like you can have reasonable at that opinions about Myth, Griff, the combination, the Ides of March, if you will. But to have him go and win the belts that Griff lost, it'd be a little neat moments for some. And then
For some.
I do believe we can now get to the main event. Impact Legacy World Heavyweight Championship. This is the second year in a row at Bound for Glory that this man is defending the belts. Is Mithras defending against the winner of the 2024 Bound for Glory series, a name I did not expect to win it, Strangleheart.
I told you when there's something big on the line, Strangle locks in. He just I don't know, he cracks open the bottle and takes his medication and locks in for a major match.
He takes his fucking vitamins for sure. He actually won the world title last year from someone. I gotta look and see in my extremely big match document who he won it from. To talk on this one a little more as well, Myth defended the belt successfully in a five-way match last year. He was defending against myself, Crazy Mama, Menzino, and fucking someone. Like that in itself, like winning a five-way match in general, insanity. We're defending a title in that, even better. Okay, let's see here. So it looks like Strangleheart beat Dez for that title, actually.
Neat.
Do you think Strangle will realistically get past Mr. Steroids?
I would put Strangle on a very short list of people that could steal one. Especially with Mithras having the match load that he does on this card. I think Mithras is definitely losing at least one of his titles on this card. That's just the match load.
He does have 13 matches on this card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So something's going to have to give. I don't think No Mercy suffers. I think that's going to be like number 2 focus at worst.
Yeah, I would bargain, I would wager, just with how fierce he has been in defenses of this title, the ILW belt could be his focus for the main event spot, for the fact that he has held that belt so many times. He has defended it against some insane names the several times he's held it.
Hang
Looking
on.
at his
Hang
illustrious
on.
fucking go ahead.
I just had an advert come across my social media feed here,
Oh god.
and I have to take this out on you personally
Yes.
because your manager is the only Jimmy John's employee I know. Why in the bluest, rarest fuck are we
Pickle Witch.
putting? Yes.
I don't fucking know, dude. We tried making
What?
one.
And it's not just that. There's now they're packaging it with dill pickle chips.
Okay, the chips fuck though. That is an
What
Enigma
kind of
guarantee.
stoner abomination is this?
It's hell is what it is.
I will have one with extra mayo, please.
Fuck you.
No,
Okay, so so
what you
Mithra
do is you just take all the meats and all the vegetables, and you put some mayonnaise in it, and you just blend it up like a salad, and then put it on the pickle.
you make me very violent.
Yeah, I know.
So moving back to Mithras, because it is my belt, it's my company. I want to give it a little more focus. He has either won or defended this world heavyweight title in some nuts matches. The first time in ILW's revival period that he won the match, he defended, excuse me, won the title from Billy Gunn in a match that also involved Dez, Matt Bentley, and Stan James. He then defended successfully against Johnny Blaze back when Johnny was going hard in the paint.
That's certainly lame.
Defended against Billy Gunn. Defended against Gorgonio. Against
Fair.
Davia.
Hell yeah.
Billy Gunn again. Against AF James. Only to lose it after a. How long was this title reign? It was from May to a 4 month title reign. I was able to beat him for the belt, but then he won it back not even a month later. He then went on to defend it against Stan James, Chris Cage, and Davia. He has held this belt.
Cage.
Chris Cage, yeah, Chris Cage fought Smithras for the world title at
Huh.
Sacrifice. I'm pretty sure I need to fully look at my match records. There is a possibility that Myth has held this belt for a calendar year, 10/27 to 10/27.
Bruh.
Also, that's wild. A Sunday for the 27th, 2 years in a row. Neat. Mithras is a juggernaut. He is an Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer. This was before Myth became the metaphorical title machine. He was in Impact Wrestling, precursoring his success. In every situation, I see him beating Strangleheart.
I just know that there's room for error there.
There is. I mean, fuck, I beat him
I
for a
think
belt.
if Mithras had to choose between one of the matches, I think he's more focused on the No Mercy than the ILW.
Okay. It is also worth noting that he had seven Impact Legacy Wrestling matches last year at Bound for Glory. Sweet fuck. He only lost one belt. He defended the fighting title against Ken Costa, defended the world titles against VIP Archers, defended the IWGP against Tumultuous, defended the King of the Mountain against Arachnia, and
Ooh,
beats DVT for the Heritage Championship.
it's very rude.
And then he lost the Hardcore title to James Saban. I was waiting for a who? But
You
yeah.
related to Chris Saban?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, fun fact, I'm breaking the fourth wall here. I didn't know Matt Bentley was an actual wrestler.
Yeah.
What a fucking world we live in. Transitioning from the main events, let's focus on you, Jobu.
Hooray!
You have a few matches at Bound for Glory. Quite a few indeed. Your first match of the night, you're defending the Australian Championship in DNA against Maeve.
Crikey.
Crikey. Two very different accents right there in that fucking match.
True.
How do you think you're going to do against Maeve?
Well, she just pushed my shit in VBA last week, so. But she's also on her Maestro kick, so.
Good old Maestro. Did not expect that. And then your next title match will be defending the Global Storm Championship against someone who I need to pull up the roundabout scene for, because I didn't write it down. I'm very professional.
Good job.
Hey, you try putting together an absolutely mammoth card. Actually, don't. It will ruin you.
I know my limitations, and I'm lucky to get like 3 matches out.
I don't know my limitations. Okay, so you don't currently have a contender per se, so I'm going to announce you the person you're defending against right here, right now. You're defending that Global Storm Championship against the number 1 ranked wrestler in the Global Storm division, the Crippler.
Hold on, I'm opening my board.
What?
I'm opening my soundboard. Wait.
Oh god.
Ah, no! Wait a minute! No, I'm crippled! No!
Jesus! God, you might be crippled after the next. What do you think about Crippler first, before I jump around like an insane crackhead?
There's only one crippler in the history of this application, and this ain't it.
Ooh. Well, how do you think you're gonna do defending your win to championship in DNA against Mancunian Maniac?
That match is gonna blow.
Why do you say that? Fuck you. Fuck you. That's it. The show's over. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Well, I don't even feel sorry about this next match, because I know you have feelings about it. And remember, BTR is uncensored. You're defending your ILW Forbidden Door Championship.
Yeah.
Representing House of Esoterica, because this is a GMs and company owners only belt. You're defending against a general manager you have very strong opinions about.
I swear to God, if this person's name starts with the same initial, I'm reaching through this and prolapsing you.
You are
Ain't no shot.
You are
ain't no shot.
defending the belts
Ain't no
against
shot.
No Mercy Wrestling GM Andy Price.
Oh God, Andy. Okay.
Oh, who'd
I
you
thought
think it was? Joey
I thought you were
Woo?
getting. No, Mystic. I thought I was fighting Mystic.
Oh
All right.
god. Do you
We're
want to
back.
fight
We're back.
Mystic?
We're back. We're calm. We're collected.
Do you want to fight
We're locked.
Mystic?
No, I want to pound Andy Price's face in.
The
Thank
winner
you for
of this
playing, though.
match will now face Mystic Maniac immediately in a title match.
End it.
God, you got animated about that one. Did you think you were about to get revenge for all the booking decisions in NMW?
No, I thought I was going to go on a 10-minute tirade about undeserved title shots.
Oh,
But
God.
we're fine. We're fine. We're good.
I was going to say, with the ILW Forbidden Door Championship, I know this isn't what you meant, but this is just GMs and company owners.
Yep. Correct. Life is good.
The next one, this is a match that has turned you into one of the longest reigning champions in ILW history because the match keeps not happening.
Am I finally going to attempt to wrestle Des?
The ILW Twitch Championship you're defending against Des Bryan in a WWE 2K24 match.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is right. Yeah, how do you think your digital you is gonna fare in that match?
I don't know, but I'm going to look damn sexy doing it.
Valid. We're back to DNA for this next one, the Inferno Championship.
How many fucking titles do I own in this company now?
Too many. Hold on, let me count. You have 2, 3, 4 belts.
Nice.
You're defending this one against Hacha-Chaz.
Ha-cha-cha.
I'm coming for your job, Vacant. What do you think about Chaz?
You can't have his job unless you can make tacos, so...
I can make a mean sashimi.
That's not a taco, you weeb.
Well, go on then. Let's talk about Chaz's taco here.
No, I don't believe I will, but thank you.
Do you think he has the cojones to beat you for that belt?
Which one is it?
The DNA Inferno Championship. It is
Inferno?
it's the main championship of that show.
He very well might. Because this is what I was talking about earlier with match load.
Oh yeah, it's starting to get to you a little bit there.
I might be luckboxing just a little bit through some of these DNA matches.
Intergesting. One of these matches you actually are not in because I forgot to edit it. It was going to be you and Mithras, but we've had that match. And then Mithras got squamched by Mad Cow. Not expected, but interesting. Your next match.
I'll run that fade against Mad Cow.
Vex is next, actually.
Nah.
This next match, I actually have opinions on. Is the FWF Combat Circle Circuit League, the Triple C, if you will.
The hell?
You're in a match alongside Larry, Maeve, Des Bryan, Bobby Roode, and James Storm.
Beer! Money!
America's Most Wanted. Yeah, this is a very interesting match. You're gonna hate me.
Hold on. No, no.
What's up? What? Huh?
Bobby Roode and James Storm were beer money. Chris Harris and James Storm.
No, that
were
was the
America's
joke,
Most
you fucking weasel. You think I don't know my TNA trivia? CM Punk and TNA. Fuck you. Lord have mercy. Yeah, this is a very interesting match. You're not gonna enjoy it. Depending on how this gets set up, it is a special round robin. As it was described, when I set it up, it's going to be 6 matches per wrestler. And it's just whoever has the best.
What?
Yep. This is from IOBag. The winner earns a television championship match. A title belt that I consider very much one that I revolutionized. I had the longest... Basically, I had the longest title reign in FWF history with that television title. It's currently held by...
Must be a pretty easy title to retain then.
You're easy to retain. It is currently held by Conk. So let's say you... Well, let's start here. Do you think he got a challenge here in this match?
With that many matches that I'm absolutely going to be luckboxing through.
Okay,
But then again, everyone else is probably going to luckbox through it too. So
true, yeah, I don't know. Larry could really lock in. He is a dark fucking horse.
the match between myself and Larry will not end until one of us hits a shooting star press.
Truly. How do you think you'll do against Kunk?
That's a 50-50.
Mr. Dreads and Skulls does have a very interesting. I said it earlier, he's better at winning titles than defending them, but he's been sort of a rising star in FWF. He took me by surprise, even being in the company, because he's usually. FWF now is a big company. I would argue it's making a case for number 5 in the Big Five. But back when he
Ooh.
first joined, it was not a big company. It was interesting to see him even step foot in the company. And now we got this jackass in here. What a guy.
Right. Right.
So you think that's 50-50 shop?
Yes.
Alrighty. We already talked about Universal. That's all your matches.
Woo woo.
Except there is one more match that I'm booking you in right here live.
Woo woo.
You will be facing an opponent of my other ILWGM's choosing in a one-on-one match where the winner will get to choose any free belts post-draft. The free belts being entitled as not directly correlated to Monday Nitro or Impact Zone.
Yeah.
Do you know who my other GM is?
No.
My other GM is none other than one of the most controversial faces in Woo, Vex.
Do you just enjoy feeling pain?
What do you mean? She's picking your opponent. Did I misword it? She's picking your opponents. She's not facing you.
I didn't say anything about who's facing me. I said you're gonna feel pain for letting her pick one.
Ah. Oh yeah, probably. Now we've talked about the world titles. We've talked about your championship matches.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you wanna talk about when it comes to BFG? Who do you think who do you think has maybe some interesting matches here? I'm kind of handing you the ball here. You pick a name. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing here on this show.
Let's see. Who's a good name? What are the Herds doing? What are Sean Hurd and Arachnia doing?
I always forget they're a thing. Sean Hurd is currently defending his Explosion Championship against an unnamed person, but I can book
Yeah.
that because I'm the ILW fucking owner. He's going to be defending that belt against Beer Me.
Okay.
And that's actually his only fucking match on the entire card.
What a cheap, lazy bastard. Give him more matches.
I probably will.
Nice.
Um, Arachnia, on the other hand, Arachnia probably has a lot to do, considering the absolute beast in the ring that she is. She
Oh,
is
she's a beast. She's a beast in a lot of places.
what? Defending the Workhorse Championship in a best of 5 series
Mhm.
against Des Bryan. And then she's also in that 4-way for the Lucifer's Underworld Hellscape World title. Do you
Huh.
think she's got Des?
Um, she might actually. She's pretty good. Des is
Uh-huh.
really getting better though.
He's really improved from when he first came in. I don't think he's a new name, but as far as I know, he was relatively unknown when he came back or into his own. I'm not sure which happened first.
Eh.
Now here's a little something interesting. I want you to tell me my chances in my matches here tonight. Just absolutely fucking clown me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm facing Funk Dog in a contenders match for the Spark Championship in DNA.
Get your block button ready.
Oh Christ!
Just set block against him, and you're fine.
Tell that to USL.
Well,
Revelation is defending the No Mercy Championship in DNA against me.
you should be all right.
Fuck's sake, what is my fetish for DNA? The Big Papa is defending the Oxygen Championship against me in DNA.
The Big Pepper.
I feel like I might get my shit kicked in by that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm really gonna get my shit kicked in here. Revolt Championship Wrestling Strong Style Championship, Mick Devilson is defending against me.
Uh, I think that's gonna be closer than you think because you're better than you think.
True, true. Plus, I do have the motivation here. He took my Fate Grail belt. I want his Strong Style belt.
True.
I apparently have the Oxygen title listed twice on here. Hold that thought. Oh, my just shy of main event match. I'm facing AF James for his ILW Monday Nitro title. I do want to clarify for anybody here listening. I do run the company. I book the shows. I have a clause in my contract, in my everything. I do not compete for belts that I have won before. I have won a fuck ton of titles in ILW. To be exact, I have had 33 different championships under my belt. I have not won the Monday Nitro belt. That's why I'm here. I have also put it in my contract that this is my only shot at this belt for the rest of my career.
Okay, Nepo baby. Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, so where do you think I'm at for that one?
I think you might actually win just out of pure spite.
Pure spite. That would be hilarious. I would like to also announce something very special here. It's not going to be posted anywhere until the actual ceremony. I figure this is a really good time to say it for anybody who might be listening. Further
Mm-hmm.
details upon which will happen at Bound for Glory. I would like to announce the first member of the 2024 Impact Legacy Wrestling Hall of Fame as AF James.
Yay!
He's won many a title. He has had quite a legacy. He is one of the few people to have over 100 televised, that being on a live show or pay-per-view, matches in the company since its revival. Congratulations to him. More details to come at Bound for Glory.
Yay!
Right?
Now, if we can just get Uber Vegan to get his Hall of Fame going again.
And BBA, well, good luck. You have better luck convincing Rick Nelson to give me a title shot.
True.
Rick
Just earn one.
Crapson.
Just earn one, forehead.
I'm fucking working on it. But ladies and gentlemen, with that announcement, we're actually looking at 59 fucking minutes of yapping. Ain't that something?
Yep.
We somehow dragged this out into an hour because I'm a fucking god. Before we leave, I do just have a couple more questions for you, Jobster.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for House of Esoterica?
We'll see. Boris is done finally, so that means we finally have a world title contender, which will be taken care of.
Shout out to Wildfire.
And who?
Was it not Wildfire? No, I'm having a stroke. Arachnia.
Brew.
Did Brew run that? Was that about
No,
who
Brew
ran
won
it?
it. Oh, Arachnia.
Yeah, Arachnia. I was still wrong
Yeah.
the first time. Go on.
And just because I know she's gonna listen to this, it was Vex's idea originally, which leads me to my next bit. Vex has been added onto the GM team of House Esoterica and will be running an event shortly.
Yeah.
Also, in the somewhat sort of near future at some point, House of Esoterica will be running another edition of Who Dares Wins.
Yeah.
Time to be determined. I was waiting till Boris was done, and then BFG is going to happen, so it'll be eventually.
I'm actually tempted to join in on Who Dares Win. I told myself nothing Illuminati, but I'm not running this one.
40 matches over 40 days. All you got to do is win. No special stipulations, nothing funky. Just win.
You know, that reminds me. I think Billy Gunn actually did. I don't think he had any semblance of idea about Who Dares Wins being him. He ran something similar to this. It was 32 to life. It was like 32 days in a row of matches.
Hmm.
Fucking wild shit. That's good to hear. Are we ever going to see you in a more active manager role? You did just announce Who Dares Wins, but are we ever going to see you like run maybe an event?
God, I don't have the attention span to run actual like cards and events and shit.
True. That's why you have the best GM team under the world's sun, plus me.
True.
Next
It's
couple.
look. It's all thanks to the spreadsheets that the spirit of the good man set up before he died.
God, the spirit of the fucking good man indeed. You know, when I sit here and tell you that I know why he was sent to the home, I we all know why. God, would the world be so much brighter if he was still active?
He'd smell kind of funny though.
Anyways, womp womp. Last question. Last question for you. Who do you consider the big five companies? Because this summer I will be
Your
running.
mom.
Fuck you. This summer I will be running some more limited collabs. One of them I'm going to be doing is the Big Five, the five biggest companies who can contribute one pay-per-view. Who's your Big Five in no particular order?
No particular order. So number one is obviously RAWF. Like, there's no making excuses for them not to be here.
Oh yeah, activity, roster size, activeness.
Um, let's see. Let me just take a real quick look at feed real quick, just to see if something jumps out at me. Uh, Shout out to Zombie Rocks leaving a bunch of companies.
Neats.
The sort of combined universe of BBA and No Mercy are up there.
True, yeah. That they are one of the few
Um,
that has a combined universe.
right. Uh, my ego wants to say Esoterica, but it's still getting sort of revved up, so it could be better.
Some
And I know
more
there's more.
people, and we're there.
Yeah, I know there's some more active, longer run companies in there that probably deserve a spot more.
Commonwealth comes to mind. As much as I love
Commonwealth
Commonwealth and
comes to
Mac Caliber,
mind.
it's kind of lackluster recently, just pure size. Mark Caliber does a fantastic job of running the ship, but
Yep.
size-wise.
CZW comes to mind.
Good old Clash Zone. Hell of a company.
True. True. Um. You keep running these events and get your name out there. ILW is going to be up there.
God, I fucking hope. Like, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have partial. There's dozens of reasons why I do what I do, but one of those reasons is to get recognition. I'm a human at the end of the day.
You're a human.
Humane, if you will.
True.
I do seriously think that FWF is up there.
I have very limited experience with Fate, but I'm learning more about it.
When it comes to the
There's
complete
a
package,
yeah.
I think it's there.
There's a point though where a company gets too big for its members and kind of overscales itself.
Like
I've noticed that.
Impact.
Yeah. Well, no, not Impact. Like, you only got what, two shows?
I've got two
Like,
shows, but I've got 50 something like titles, and I don't have enough going on to justify it.
eh.
Fate does kind of have a too much going on thing. I enjoy the concept of Wednesday Night Fighting Spirits. I've evolved on it, but I feel like I'm doing too much for relatively the same 15 people who are always there at the top.
Right.
I'm awful at segues. This has been Broken Teeth Radio with the good king, Jobu. Any final words for our listeners, positive, negative, or deranged?
Fuck Go Big Bro.
We were robbed. We'll see you next time on Broken Teeth Radio, where I don't know what I'll be fucking doing because it'll probably be another 2 months till I do it. Have a good night, everyone.